10 stacks. Should help siege out the north, which I do need to take. Whilst the enemy, the French, focus in the south. And it looks like Brandenburg's just not giving them any quarter. It's like, no, you need to die, France. I'll take all your scummy generals. Jake, please explain that Oriat. Well, nobody kept them in check. And the Ottomans are bankrupt again. Gee, the Ottomans have got to die. We don't even have a truce. Oh boy, they've got to go. They've got to go. Wait, what in the world is Sweden doing down here? God damn, I hate Swedes. Stop giving Karaman problems. Once again, the retreating French stack making its way to Antwerp because it's a high base tax province. Always keep that in mind. It's a really easy way to estimate where the enemy is going to do a forced retreat to. Also, notice that little nick there showing that where you have a river crossing penalty. It's pretty neat. So many little things in this game. But tell you what isn't little, my ambition. Jake Karaman is going to start a support group for abused fast. I don't abuse them, I just use them. Alright, so we're actually not even going to siege up Antwerpen because it's such a predictable shattered retreat location for them. We will, however, keep some troops up north just in case he tries to mount some kind of defense around here. Otherwise, all is well, unless you are Austrian. Or Karaman, but that's a different story. I wonder what the adjective for Karaman is. Karamani? Karamoney. Swedes. We still have quite a bit more to get from ticking war score, but it'll be a real punch up for our war score if we can get Muscovy out of this. Lithuania we could easily drop out, but they are providing lots of juicy war score from battles. Well, I say lots, you don't actually get a lot unless it's a CB that shows superiority. And look how pathetic the war score from these battles are. Get those 10-to-1s wherever possible. Pop. Alright, since this is going fine, you folks get back to deal with them. Unless Brandenburg beats me to it. I'll be glad to be done with this. Big wars in Europe like this are just a drain on the mind. So, I was meant to be playing DDR tonight, so apologies if you actually came for that. But I didn't sleep very well last night, and I decided when I woke up, you know, you shouldn't really play DDR when you're not feeling too great. But I was lying in bed last night, I was put to my bed at 1 or maybe even 2, and I just lay there and my body goes, okay, brain, it's time to sleep now. My brain goes, no! In fact, I'm going to simulate all these different strategies for Europa just for you. And I'm like, please, brain, I need to sleep. It goes, hey, how about we think over some ways to win the Albanian war? Hey, I bet you could retreat through the HR. It's like, no, please. There's, hey, minimum autonomy for Ming. I bet you could use that. Let me go through the files in my head to try and figure out how you can use all these things. All the while I'm just going, please, I need to sleep. And then it was 7 AM. And I had not slept. And I was so tired. So I ended up sleeping till something like 3 PM. But I just came off of night shift, so it's not like I'm ashamed of being asleep till that time. It's just unfortunate that the day got a little wasted. Don't worry, Brandenburg, I'll save you from yourself. Jake, the mill point limit is coming up. I was hoping we could get the next mill tech, but yeah, it's a little bit out of our reach. Jeez, they don't even need my help. I need to get these guys as my vassal more often. Alright, we're going to send you right the way to the south so we don't have to bother about that little stack anymore, because it's kind of the wrong shape and size. Jake, if you pull off Albania, I'm going to sub you till the end of May. It's still a work in progress that my brain is working on. We will see it, however, don't you worry. The end of May, though. I mean, for winning is Albania? Am I selling myself short here? Well, I am whoring myself out for multiplayer, so I don't think I have any right to talk about selling selves. Our manpower continues to plunge, but who cares? I know it's not just a number, but this was all calculated. Oh yeah, the construction. I wanted to build this Sue, didn't I? I need admin 26 and I need Sue. Something tells me that's not going to be too difficult. I'll be fighting the Babylux. Alright, we're at that cap. What can we even do with all this mill? Well, I hate to say it, but we should probably build some buildings. Armories for everyone. Good enough. Jake, what are you going to do with the deal with Siena, since he's going to be the only guy in Italy? What do you mean, deal with him? He chose Siena, he can do whatever he wants with it. Besides, only guy in Italy, you're an HRE miner. Practically already won the game. Go and have a word with the guy who's playing as Bourbonnais. You might get some balls from him. Okay, now bear in mind we need all this light blue area. The only one that we need to siege up, or rather these two still need to be sieged up. They'd give up this, but that's not enough. And I still don't know who this is meant to go to. In the end, Trier is going to be getting 6, 8, and 7, 21 over 21 out of 33 for overextension. I could make it 25. 36 would be a little too much for them. Well, they're small, I could help them out. And we could give this over to Austria. Since Austria is, of course, coring everything, right? Good job, Austria. 1427. I would say poor France, but they deserve no sympathy in this game. So with this, German region will almost be ours. Need to figure out who still needs to go. That would be Oldenburg and Gelre. And Alsace. And Ulm. Is that it though? And why does Alsace own this? Doesn't matter, it's not in the German region. So yeah, Alsace needs to become annexed. Not that I'm sure what to do with their lands, probably convert it and sell it to Trier. Is it within your culture group, Trier? The lands that I want you to have are. I'll just hold on to the rest for that. And then all of this can go to Brandenburg. You're only allied with the Hansa, to be honest. I should probably be dealing with you right now. You've successfully cored everything. Yeah, you know what? There's not enough wars in the world. Oh, not to mention the Hansa need to fall to us. Completely. Yeah, they need to be annexed. Allied with Oldenburg. And Bohemia. Bohemia we don't mind. Yeah, why not? Let's just do it. Wars for the god of war. Trier have a glut of admin points. They should have no problem doing all this. And we will just give it all to Trier. Gotta be careful here. The line stops at Aachen, Berg, and Köln. Or Cologne. And what did I say about these two? Both to Trier, I think. They've certainly got the coring power. Almost there. Gee, that was too easy. Has anybody here proposed the idea to play all French miners in the MP game and tag team France? That would be really cool. Bearing in mind you have until tomorrow. Oh, Protestant zealots. Pshaw. Frankly, they can stay there. That's going to give us the bonus for revolts in Sweden. That's a +9. If we could just get Muscovy out of this war. But he's like, no trade power is enough for me. Oh well. Time to face the facts, France. You are doomed. With that, we have everything we need. Could take all your money as well. But money's probably not as good as war reparations given the size of you. Actually, I do not need money, not by a long shot. Just want to make absolutely sure that's everything and that you don't have any friendships that are going to hurt me later on. Nah. That's good. France made easy, folks. They are nothing but a glass cannon. Please don't do the trick where you just reject my peace deals. There we go. And straight away, Trier is able to core land, even though they shouldn't be able to. One thing I need to pay note is that I need to finally finish off all these guys. I need to fight Alsace before they join a coalition against me and wreck my day. Ulm will join in, so will Gelre. That's good. I need both of them in here. And they don't need to be co-belligerents. We'll just do it like that. So we'll annex Alsace and be done with it all. Sweden's still not wanting to give us that land. They can suit themselves. Here comes the coalition. It bothers me not. Yeah, that's some pretty hefty aggressive expansion. But I mean, GB love us. They're like, hey, thanks for killing France for me. Not that Great Britain are going to be safe. No, we're going to be fighting them because we need London. And to get London, we need Essex, Oxfordshire, Wessex, and Kent. Jake, what ended up happening to Karaman? They kind of blew up, but we're piecing them back together again. Bearing in mind, I want them to have all of this land. We'll take care of it. Probably fight the Ottomans soon after all this, because at least they won't join the coalition against me. They can want provinces till the cows come home. They're not getting them. Now, you're a little over the overextension limit, Trier, but I have every confidence you'll be coring this land easily enough. However, I think we're at war with people that have cores on us. No, you can and probably will core both these provinces, but you can't core Munster. And you can't core Breisgau because we're at war with Alsace. And Baden, for that matter. Getting there. We've almost got it. Muscovy, you want out yet? Almost. A few more months, maybe even just 2 more months, and they'll want out of this war. Don't even think we really need these next 3 influence ideas. We'll try saving our dip for a change. Jake, wouldn't throwing Sweden out of your Anatolian vassal end the war instantly? What, you mean destroying these troops? Potentially. I'm not helping Karaman, they don't deserve it. Once we get Lithuania and Muscovy out of this war, it'll really swing the war score in our favour. And that's all we really need. Show us Asia, Jake. Well, thankfully I built a stable Asia, because I haven't had to worry about it once since entering Europe. The autonomy is a little low, or rather a little high over in our newly integrated Nepal lands, but it really helped us streamline our trade. We wrapped the trade around India. Over into Hormuz, works out quite nicely for us, making 100 ducats off of it. Could certainly be making a lot more if I invested myself more in trade, but I didn't feel like it. Alright, concession of defeat is not enough. I want this land. Heck, I need this land. Now, as I said, I'm going to try and one-tag Germany. It's going to be expensive on the dip. Brandenburg is just insane. Sees a target, thinks, I want to kill it. Like I said, kind of like that approach. Don't like the approach of Hansa still being alive, though. I won't be able to annex Hansa, though. At least I won't be able to annex it all for Brandenburg. Which is a shame. I'd rather get this all done in one shot, as we say. So I might just annex Hansa in my name and core it. Question is that within my coring range? And the answer is no. But only just. What if I teched up and dip? That would be fine. That would get it. There we go. Now I can core the Hanseatic land. I will annex them and core it myself then. Well done, Sweden. You took a province. Hope you feel like a big man. Okay, now we can get Lithuania and Muscovy out of this war. Question is, who do we give them the trade power of? Not that there are many people around here still willing to give it to us, but Lothian are one of them. Thanks a bunch, my friend. Lithuania, here you go. You don't want out of this war, but you will if I give you the trade power of Aladia. But you're going to have to share it with Muscovy, because frankly this isn't a buffet. Here you go. That gets those two out of the war, catapults our war score up to 44, which is higher than I thought it would go, which means we're actually going to end up breaking your relationship. Nah, they won't let us. Oh well, the land is all we really need. Of course, I'm not taking that. Brandenburg has to take it. So, Brandenburg, Austria, Trier, Trier. And give us all your money too. That seals off the German region from you guys. Excellent. Trier gets even more aggressive, overextension. And I forgot that Ulm was even in this war. Brandenburg won't buy provinces because they're going to be overextended. They would buy it because they're Protestant, but nah, let's not bother about that. A firm hand. Yes. Thank you for that income. Not that we really get much because we're a republic. Frankly, I'd rather not have the income. Milks it away from my vassals. I'd rather my vassals have it so they can spend it on doing vassally things. Straight away they start coring that land, as they should. Talking about coring land, Austria, you want to go a bit slower there? Munshen won't core itself, but I suppose Ansbach will. Alright. Yet another one for the Triers, I think. Osnabrück being the last German region held by Gelre. Give me reparations too, because that's how I roll. Jake, what's Trier's overextension at? 7.05, so it must be at about 130, 140%. Nothing for us to be concerned about though, they'll core it up nicely. Their Grandmaster Johann is, he's got 6 in admin. So look at that, look how quickly he's ripping through those cores. He's got religious ideas too, so he may help us with conversions. Jake, how are you planning on integrating all those vassals in the remaining time? Well, I'll probably get the relations up to, I don't know, 190, and then integrate them. I think that's what I'll do. If you see any flaws with that plan, please let me know. I'm no military genius, clearly. So what was the plan with Alsace? I think I was going to annex them, painful as it may be. But at least our current overextension is non-existent. Alright, Bohemia, you were never meant to be part of this. And I wasn't able to get rid of your core on Niederbayern before. I don't think that's going to change now. Yeah, but I don't want to full annex you. It won't help us out in any way. But you're going to give me war reparations and all of your money. Now stay out. Karkajak, Kark-Ass-Jack asks actually quite a pressing question. How do you feel about dealing with more and more stupid questions as your viewer base grows? It's just something I've got to deal with. I never wanted to become this big initially, and I suppose I still miss the early days. But you're right, as it becomes more quote-unquote mainstream, we get more people coming in with ridiculous questions. Well, what can I do? If you're going to take the time to ask me a question, the least I can do is take the time to respond. course, I still miss some things in chat. It's just the nature of the game. Still, I do read through everything in chat, so it does reach me one way or the other. I see a flaw with your plan, Jake. You haven't annexed Karaman yet. I will never annex Karaman. Also consider investing in a grain depot. Way ahead of you. We've already got one. Which is why our force limit is so lovely and high. Hot damn, that is half good. Alright. Good night. Lubeck, which hilariously enough is not as good a province as Hamburg is. Jake, are there any achievements which you look forward in doing? I'll pass on that one. Alright, we still need all 4 of these provinces off of you, unfortunately. It's alright. Ulm have got to go. But since Austria are having such a hard time coring, we're actually going to give it to 2 Trier. Unfortunately, I can't do that, because would result in blah-de-blah-de-blah. Which is actually a real shame, unless we can get Savoy out of this war. And they're not very keen on that. Milan don't want to give us military access, but only barely. I think a small gift would change their mind about that. And then we'll go and teach our friends Savoy while they shouldn't be around. Free admin power, worth it for the money. So much money. Once you get quite large in late game, you can pretty much live off of the event, which gives you trade, either 10% trade efficiency or a whole sack of ducats. You might have seen me get it several times over the course of this playthrough. Alright, let's lose a bit of piety. And finally get this. Let's pay through the nose for an amazing piece of technology. North Indian, not spy, but sepoy. Interesting, I'll read that someday. Let's get our military access and go and ruin someone's day down in Sardinia. Sorry, Savoy. I got taken away by the name Piedmont there. So, lands for Brandenburg. He's fine. Let's not load up Trier with even more. Oh, the same Trier that managed to get below their overextension. Okay. Maybe I'll rethink that one. Nah, we'll give it to Brandenburg. They're doing fine. However, I need to keep their relations at 200. They have high ambitions. And they want to kill me with them. Still, the Hansa have got to go. Full annexation, but they don't like it. They probably won't like it unless we can take what's left of Oldenburg. Or we just sit it out for a bit. Which, to be honest, is every bit as good for me. Jake, when is your next world conquest? Probably in EU 5 or Hearts of Iron 4. Because world conquest is horrible. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody. Poor Trier has denied their port. Yeah, I don't want them getting all ambitious as well. I'll actually get the achievement once we peace out of these last wars, but like I said, I want to one-tag it, and that's only one of the 3 achievements we need. The other 2 are Silk Road and The Sun Never Sets in the Hindustan Empire, or the Indian Empire. Jake, do you plan to kill AE during this war? Not really. This AE isn't hurting me at all. There are no further wars to fight here. And if they fight me, then bring it on. I look forward to it. Now everybody's going to be denied the crossing over to Holland, which is a shame, and I'll make this war drag on a little bit more than it needs to. It's all about that annexation of the Hansa. I suppose the alternative is that I take the Hanseatic land this... That's their capital? Oh, that's not kosher.